All about this with the inimitable Max Kaiser, the host of RT's financial show, The Kaiser Report, joining me live in London. Max, there's a lot of hype and some would say overreaction on all of this, but the telltale sign surely is the markets. They haven't reacted negatively. So is there really a crisis here?
Well, Bill, I think we should take the words of Warren Buffett to heart. He recently described the Federal Reserve Bank and the American economy as one giant hedge fund. And he's absolutely correct. The way that Wall Street, Washington, and these large funds approach America is as a trade that is backed by $120 or $130 trillion worth of debt, and all that debt is traded every single day. And the whole initiative here is buy hedge funds to try to squeak out profits, and they don't really care who they hurt in the process. Remember, America is run by what I call financial jihadists, who are basically suicide bankers. And Warren Buffett, of course, is one of these suicide bankers. And America, from the outside, of course, looks like they're trying to commit financial suicide. But that's what a financial jihadist does, or a suicide banker. They blow themselves up for their cause. In this case, it's market fundamentalism, a belief in the profit, not the profit.
But the telltale signs, the other signs of the economy improving are there as well, Max. So aren't we to believe that the economic indicators are suggesting the US economy is on the up?
Well, you look at a deal recently between Carl Icahn and Apple Computer. It's a story of two different economies, because while most Americans deal day-to-day, hand-to-mouth, paycheck to paycheck, then you have the other economy, which is the Wall Street economy, the financial jihadist economy, where Carl Icahn can tweet about getting Apple Computer to buy back $150 billion worth of their own stock. Of course, that's financed with 0% interest rates, and if they make a mistake, they get bailed out, just like long-term capital management was bailed out. Remember that in the late 90s, early 2000s, long-term capital management ran into trouble. Alan Greenspan, the Fed chairman at the time, bailed them out. He lowered interest rates to bail out a hedge fund. What will happen here, Bill? This is the outcome. There's two outcomes. Either A, the Federal Reserve Bank will increase their monthly buyback of bonds from $85 billion a month to $120 or $130 billion a month, or America defaults on its sovereign debt like it did in 1971 when they closed the gold window. Those are the two outcomes. So what we see here is jockeying between these two powerful sources in Washington, Congress and the Senate. By the way, they all own stocks. Where insider trading is legal. They're all trading on this information. They're on their little phones and they're trading stocks up and down and making money at the expense of the American people, because they are financial terrorists as well. So financial terrorists have captured the American economy, Bill. So that's plain and simple. Warren Buffett hit the nail on the head. America is just one giant hedge fund.
Okay, but Max, then that issue then of the debt ceiling, you're talking about perhaps the country defaulting, the debt ceiling issue, basically then debt will be resolved and they will raise the debt ceiling, will they? Or will they not? Because Obama's clearly very worried about that. If they're arguing about Obama healthcare, what's going to happen with that crisis?
Bill, the smart money would be short the stock market right now. And then when they raise the debt ceiling and print $120 billion, $130 billion a month in brand new quantitative easing, there'll be another huge rally. Okay, that's the insider scoop. I'm telling you how to make money on this facade, this kabuki theater that has become America. America is the most watched soap opera in the world right now. It's a huge hedge fund. You've got CNBC covering it like some episode from Breaking Bad, the popular show about methamphetamine on cable TV, and Ben Bernanke and Barack Obama. You can just imagine them in the back room cooking up some meth and selling it on the street to finance their habit, which is defense spending, torture, extraordinary rendition, bombing people overseas, droning people. That costs a lot of money, Bill. And the only way they can finance that is by treating the entire economy like a hedge fund where they just extract wealth second by second, manipulating markets, trading on inside information. JP Morgan, Lloyd Blankfein, HSBC, Barclays, inside trading, market manipulation. They've been caught at it time and time again. Laundering money for Mexican drug cartels in the case of HSBC. Over and over again, Bill. It's just drugs, insider trading, market manipulation, and Warren Buffett. That's all that's left in America.
All right, you're great with the plot lines here. So how's this episode going to end then, this particular episode with the federal government shutdown? Is that going to be resolved soon? Could it drag on for 3 weeks like we've seen in the past, just briefly?
A lot of people will get hurt, but the people in Washington consider the American public to be expendable. They don't need the American public. They don't need their taxes. They don't need them working, because when they need money, they just print it. It's like Saudi Arabia in America. Saudi Arabia, when they need money, they just pump more oil. They don't need the population. That's why they live in destitute. That's why there's so much poverty in Saudi Arabia. Same thing in America. There's a huge amount of poverty because that top prince class in America, when they need some cash, they just get Ben Bernanke to print it. It's Saudi Arabia. It's called the new American dream. It's called the Saudi Arabian dream has come to America.
Telling it as it is. Max Kaiser, as always, great to talk to you live here on RT in London. Thanks, Max.